Hey guys, this is Trent at Black Horse Ranch. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the new chicken integration. We've got some footage of the integration, but mostly I'll just be explaining how things went while the videos play. So just kick back and relax and enjoy watching the chickens mill around. It's quite satisfying. Alright, so we got the new chickens on Saturday, and they spent the rest of Saturday and all of Sunday in the coop. And they were with the old chickens that we had with just the netting in between, and this was for two reasons. So the first reason was so they could start getting used to the other chickens, where they can see and hear and observe but not touch. So it's kind of a desensitizing for both sets of chickens, so mostly for the older chickens, but to kind of start getting in the pecking order, getting them used to each other. And the second reason is to retrain the new chickens to their new home. So at night they'll enter the coop by themselves and not try to roost somewhere outside. So this first video that you're watching is from Monday. It was in the afternoon, which was when we had time available to hang out and observe. And this is the first meeting of the old flock and the new flock. And so we were out here for a couple of hours, mostly Hillary. I was out there for the beginning, but Hillary was out there for quite a while at the beginning just to make sure everything was going good. And so what we're looking for at the new meeting, the first meeting, is we'll probably see some slight skirmishes, but we don't want any blood, we don't want any ganging up. So we added some fresh straw under the trailer, and we added another waterer and another feeder, and it kind of just diffuses the territorial behavior. So if the older chickens are used to seeing certain feeders, we put a new feeder out there and a new waterer, one they're not used to seeing. So it kind of spreads them all out and gives them all a place to be. We also added some obstacles, so if there is any skirmishes or anything, the new chickens need a place to run and hide or get away. So we had some branches out there. There was a new little roost that we built that was under the trailer as kind of an obstacle, and they've got the corn in the background there that you see. That kind of gives places to hide or run around, barriers to get away from angry chickens. Hillary also had a little gentle switch, which was a small, I think it was an old weed or something that just had a little end on it. And so if there was any ongoing skirmishes, she could run over there and kind of break them up, but I don't think that really happened much. So all in all, it was pretty successful. The pecking order leaves the older birds at the top, but the younger ones are probably used to that from their old farm. The younger chickens typically come in at the bottom of the pecking order. It's nice that they all have each other. Since there's 5 of them, they can still kind of hang out, and they know that they have buddies there. And they like to hang out on the back of the chicken coop. You saw them sitting on the trailer there. They were grooming and hanging out there. So at dusk, which was the first time in the night that the chickens were going to get into their new home, they had a little bit of trouble, and Hillary just took one of the chickens and set it on the ramp going up to the little door, and it walked right up in, and then the other chickens followed its clucking, and I'm surprised at how well they know each other's sound and looks. We have one other chicken that looks almost exactly like one of the new chickens, but they know who each other are. You can see it sitting on the roost here in one of the videos. And then I checked on them after about an hour, after it was well and truly dark, and there was a couple of the new birds I had to move off of the nesting boxes and put on the roost. That's kind of just a training thing, and we have some of our chickens that always go into the roost or into the nesting boxes, so that's just a normal check that we do, and it's not that big a deal really, just that they get the nesting boxes all nasty, and so we have to clean them out or else it gets the eggs dirty. Other than that, there was no drama. They all slept soundly on their roosts, so all the chickens were on the same roosts. And then 2 days after their initial introduction, the new chickens still hang out, but they don't have any trouble going to their roosts inside the coop, and they're getting lots to eat and drink. we're still leaving out the extra water source just to make sure that the new group has a place to drink and eat, because they still kind of get chased away from the feed quite a bit. So we're pretty surprised and pleasantly impressed with the progress. We've already been getting 2 or 3 eggs from our new girls every day. So no lapse in their laying, which is good. With a feed change and a scenery change, you never know about that. The new chickens are eating their peas as well, which is good. That's our recipe, and they were raised on corn, and now they seem to be doing good on the peas. So that'll keep them nice and healthy. They are young enough to where some of them might not even be laying yet. So they're only 6 or 7 months old. It could be all the way up to like 9 months before they start laying. So, and it is winter, which laying is always reduced in the winter. So we'll continue to check on them a bit, and we have the electric poultry netting outside. None of them have challenged that. None of them really get out into the snow much this time of year. But that's mostly to keep predators out. We're not really too concerned about the chickens getting out, only that our blue heeler has actually killed a couple of our chickens before, so our dogs are really the only concern. But Hillary sometimes in the summer puts the dogs away in their pen and lets the chickens free range for a couple hours in the night. We'll see how if they test the net or anything when we start getting into spring, but I think we got some time there for that. We're pretty pleased with our new little Easter eggers, and hope you enjoyed the update. So take care.